They start on the T side here, 9Z, and they start their mid play. Molotov into the window to deal with Kesserado. He has that smoke available if needed to get rid of the molly. And Art again being aggressive. Name of the game for him as he finds the first pick of the round. That body block smoke up the window gives Kesserado an angle to play with. And the rest of this prong to the approach of 9Z has been shut down by FURIA into pistol. One player left is the Chilean of David to see if he can pull this one off. 1 versus 4 in total. Already found the first pick into play. In fact, he's found all of the kills that 9Z have picked up in this pistol.
Yeah, he's in that famous Nico position where he got the, I think, a 4-kill ace, right? But the difference being this is even more uncomfortable. He's going to find one. He's found 3 now. He's got time to work with, but unfortunately, Yuri and Art are going to be grouping up, teaming up together, setting up a perfect crossfire and winning the round. A fast and furious hit coming in towards mid, but it was some clean shots coming out from the likes of Safe to just snipe them away from distance. Mirage is a pick coming in from...
Not only have to compete with the style, but they also have to compete with the sheer ability. FURIA going into the quick mid-aggression for the first gun round. It's actually David who finds the first kill, but short-lived for the classic Art aggression. He looks back to underpass, but Rox is so ready. Bests him with the Galil.
I love that play from Art, though. He was trying to isolate the 1v1 fight.
In that matchup, we kept remarking to the fact that he would not miss simple shots. Now it is his turn to try and take his team over the line here. 15 seconds left. Kesserado has been picked out. That is an open B site right now, but that bomb, it doesn't have time to go back. Instead, they have to play commit to this site. And Safe is here to try and shut it down, but can't get in the right position. DGT removes him from play, and 9Z finally have their first round. And David charging his way through mid, up into connector already. FURIA still with weaknesses in this buy. They have got the AWP and they've got that ramp control. Yuri's come in with the first pick of play, Art with the second, and in fact that's the Mac 10, so the weakest gun in play still finding impact in the hands of Art. Yeah, of course, and looking at Max in a 2 versus 5, just in the blink of an eye, FURIA are up 3 players, nearly 4. This could be a flawless shutdown. Luckily, Lookin fights back for the AWP, drop hangs around in that angle a little too long. When you duel with El Toro, you better get the horns.
All 3 CTs are going to be gathering up. So 9Z, they had an opportunity. There was a window, but it's going to be quickly shut down.
Look at that movement. Oh, look, he shot his own teammate. Oh, he was quick. But, it's so unfortunate. You do not expect Yuri to climb up the ladder, to start shooting you from the ladder. He actually climbs up the ladder and tries to fight them in Palace. Oh, looking, we get to see the flick shot. He was about to kill him as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just over a minute left. Lookin is really hoping for Art, and he will actually peek. It's almost a certainty that at some point Art will make a move, and ends up getting caught by Lookin. He started to isolate that fight in towards connector. That's a great advantage to have here for 9Z. They look to try and split this A site with how the numbers are setting up. 3 coming in from the ramp and Palace side, and 2 up through connector. And DGT catches out Yuri in the advanced position, leaving Safe on default with the AWP. This is not a comfortable position to be in, and he is down. 9Z with a 3-man advantage, putting Kesserado and Drop into the save call.
They want to hold on to the AKs, they want to hold on to the AWP, and 9Z are keeping this very, very, very competitive back and forth.
The only real aggression we've seen from Art is a short peek and a dry peek in connector. This isn't the kind of stuff that he usually does, but we'll see if they're able to pull this off. Max immediately out with a mid-swing. Art gets aggressive again into underpass. It's good for 1, but he is stuck here now, so he has to worry about that underpass play.
Well, great use from Rox there with the flashbang, not just going for the dry
Safe.
Lucan has just read Safe to perfection. Safe is having a nightmare of a game. The number of opportunities he's had with the AWP, he's been handed an AWP almost seemingly every single round when the guns started to come into play, and it's just getting picked apart 1 by 1. Yuri remains. Lucan ready, and is gonna find his prey, the bull.
Doing anything to FURIA. They're just waiting for FURIA to end themselves, really, with some of these aggressive plays. 9Z just so ready for them. Now their execute begins to come in. Smoke out towards connector. Art's actually going to play around the other side of it, and that's going to work out for 1 and a second for Art. He gets back into the smoke and he's ready, but he just can't take down Max. Kesserado elsewhere, though, keeps the numbers even as we go 19 seconds. That ball needs to get towards the site, and David brings down Drop. So it's on Kesserado, and he has a chance, but Max is quick to the trigger. 7 rounds for 9Z.
Very, very quiet. I think that is something which has to be said. Nice flashbang, but Kesserado will have enough time to recover, but it's going to be a hit coming into its connector. Art is gonna find one. Yuri trying to spam away through the smoke. They know his position. He's dealing so much damage. Lucan and Rox will chime at the same time with 2 kills. Safe and missed shot. Art will fall, and now Safe he hit his shots. He's gonna find one. 3 more to go.
Yeah, stuck a ticket yet again. Flash goes up, has to worry about so many angles. Not 2 of all, but in fact, Safe will deny the bomb plant. He's now looking for a little bit more into this one. Safe looks towards Palace, DGT's position. Nobody hears the tap on the bomb again. Safe goes forward, he massacres the 3rd, and now it's down to Drop and DGT. DGT's been an absolute animal so far, and he's the bane of their existence again. Get Ferrari peak drop. Good night. Careful approach, because his teammates are coming into B. They're charging it down. Kesterado in defense, going to be looking around the corner. Spots out Rox in towards the bench. First headshot's in, and Kesterado removes him from play. And now he's waiting on his teammates to make this rotation over. He doesn't have to wait too long, because FURIA already have the players over here. Kesterado's taking out another. And this is not looking so good for 9Z. Their numbers completely cut down just to 3. And now just kills coming all over the board for FURIA. Puts David alone. And yeah, that B site, you need to just be quick.
He's got another one. Actually, flash, and he's been spotted. Waiting for the Molotov to drop in, and here they come.
Yeah, Drop gonna try and play in and around his own smoke. He's just trying to buy some time so that rotation can come back in, but this time, much more convincing for 9Z to get into the site. Drop, still alive, will go down eventually. David pulls him out of play, and Kesterado through the smoke. You have to remember about Max. He was that lit lurk, he was that player who was being a nuisance from behind, and he's completely split up these FURIA players. Yuri's still on A. And if he wants to come back, he's got to deal with Max in this position. This is not looking good for FURIA whatsoever. Kesterado, AWP is good for 1. Yuri has to try and help out his teammate, but he's gone into middle instead. So Max is coming around the backside. Kesterado goes down. And now it's just Yuri who's had an absolute awful half coming in. He's going to have to try and make it happen, and it won't. 11-4 half for 9Z. What an impressive performance. We'll see if they can close map 1.
With the dualies, and he's looking to find a couple. He's got to find 2 kills here. Watch this thing.
Oh, he's got no fallback position. That Molly making things a little difficult, but they're not pushing towards him. He has got his teammates to back him up, but finally will get taken out.
God damn it.
Come on, boy. You hype him up, and he just flops. It's your fault.
Fair enough. Drop, though. Gonna find David, and through the smokes, heads are getting popped. 4v3, though. Make that a 3v3. Rox with 2 taps, finding 2 kills. Bomb can be planted, however, and a retake is on.
Yeah, look at the smoke. No kid on the back. The remaining players here of 9Z who have to have quite a swift retake attempt. Players are very low here on FURIA. You can even get away with a couple of chest shots if you're not too accurate on the first. Rox does get spotted. They're just trying to hold them back and buy as much time, just keeping them off the site. Safe even takes out Max, who's trying to push through CT spawn. Suddenly Rox and DGT with kills, and now it's Kesterado sitting back in the ramp. 47 HP as the bullets would pass his head. That defuse in the smoke, and DGT brings him down. Kesterado out, and Rox sticks the defuse for 12 rounds.
DGT timing there, Dinko. He hasn't seen anyone.
The FURIA are taking a long time. And
oh my lord.
DGT trying to sprite through the box, but Yuri will take him down as he climbs on top of triple and looking in position. Actually trades out for the 1-for-1, but FURIA still hold that advantage. Certainly keep eyes on that flank coming in from Palace. Problem is, it is being watched by Kesterado, and it's an MP9 for Rox. It doesn't matter. Okay, Kesterado somehow goes down. Lucan finds the follow-up, and it's all unsafe to try and win the round. 9Z into the site, no kid on their back, so the time is limited, but they still find the headshot. How have they done that? Sticking the defuse, pulling it through FURIA.
Don't even need a kit.
That is unthinkable to lose that round. 9Z.
What was that, Dinko?
Look at that from Lucan in this round in particular, but this was the kill that made no sense to me. Your Kesterado is reading it. He's at the ready.
The tap as well.
Oh my god, Lucan. Pulled it through versus FURIA, who have decided to go with a little bit of a half point here.
Listen, man, GG, go next. Just go to the next map. I think 9Z are just...
That's a backbreaker, really, isn't it? That
yeah,
one?
like that. That's pretty much the final straw, the proverbial final straw. David, he's feeling a little overconfident, Dinko, but he will be punished for it. The nade sails in and Drop, and Yuri left on a combined HP of 20. Kesterado having to be the hero again. The Molotov Incendiary will force out Drop. This round is done as well, Dinko. It's going to be 14-4 for the Argentinian-Chilean side. It's a bad sign here for FURIA. Odd Not wasting any time. It's going to be fast play coming into it.
I love this.
David's going to be making contact with a little bit of a wild spray coming in from the AUG, but the burst rather, is precise. Lucas with a second of his own as well.
Yuri has to bite back. Safe has come in with a Molotov kill, and suddenly the numbers are back to even odds. Equilibrium once again established as DGT brings himself through CT spawn, but the problem for FURIA is it's been stifled, it's been slowed, and DGT has crushed them down. Kesserado and Yuri both thrown into the bin, and it leaves Safe in the 1 versus 3. They brought him into the team for stability, they brought him into the team for precision, and now the clutch is needed. 1 versus 3. DGT has no idea. Safe, you absolute madman.
Oh.
He's wrapped around. DGT goes down. And now Safe in the site looking for the follow-up. Has the second. And now just one more left. Max, his head spotted. Safe nearly gets back, but cannot pull it through. It is 15-4 as Max will secure map point for 9Z on Mirage. The spray wasn't as clean as you would like, but oh, that was so close. 9Z in this round, they just charged down underpass. This could be an absolute massacre in middle. Lukin's found the first. Does he go back out? He does. He can't reply for the second, though. Safe does get the kill back, and FURIA, 1 for 1. It keeps going back and forth. These trades are on point. But FURIA's T side is getting dismantled. Art goes again. Drop holds the window swing, and DGT essentially stays alive, but Art brings him down. And now it's just Rox, the player that didn't have a whole lot to do, that hasn't really had the impact.
But Art, I don't think he's going to miss this one. This should be round number 5 coming in for FURIA. Unless.
Rox, if he just lands one bullet, it would be enough, but Art, like you said, easy angle for him to connect. Could be a very tantalizing save prospect for Rox. Not a lot going for him, so he's trying to find Kesserado. Has actually missed that opportunity to prevent his teammate from being snuck up on. Kesserado is hunting down his prey and will actually remove the rifle. Rox picks up one with the deagle, second in as well.
Wait.
Is he going for this? Yuri's position is ridiculous! Rox has another one, and suddenly it's just one. Safe left in the sight. Let's see if he is the safe pair of hands. That time is ticking for Rox. And yeah, I think with the no kit in the back, the hero clutch is out of question, but a lot of damage being done there. Nice little kills to bring him up to 11, but Safe will close it just by hiding away. 1 kill here, that is going to help out matters, but obviously if he gets away with 2, that really could hurt FURIA because they don't have that same quick rotate back. This is a strat FURIA have run a lot of times. This time they haven't got Art actually showing the bomb on B and then running back, but they certainly are trying to fake out this B site, but they're not falling for it. David still holding down the fort on A. 1 kill onto Yuri. Drop trades it out 1 for 1, but it is still the advantage for 9Z, and the numbers are just completely dropped right now for FURIA. This rotation you set up with the mid play, quick rotation certainly a factor.
Yeah, the Molotovs, however, going to still keep them at bay, though. And you can see Lucan still paranoid because he did see a flashback being lobbed in by Safe towards B apartments. Rox playing patiently, slowly creeping his way through the murder hole as DGT finds drop 1 by 1 to start the fall. He jumps out in the open, though, and Kesserado is not going to miss those. Trying to bait out a shot, looking for another one, but Max is going to save his teammate, and it's all on Safe, the 1v3.
We'll see if Safe can do this and keep his team alive here in Mirage. Defuse being stuck around the corner, and it's not going to happen. Looking brings down Safe. It is Max that will stick the defuse, and it is 9Z who take map 1 of this best of 3. FURIA on the back foot versus the South American side.
All right, Argentina, you're showing us what you got, and this is incredible. Able to do that, kind of suffocate FURIA, force him to go for a bit of YOLO plays and whatnot, get like 11, 12 rounds. You might actually pull off the biggest upset we've seen thus far. A fast play, however, taking place here on towards the A bomb side, and DGT and David are just lining up the headshots.
Yeah, 2 initial kills for 9Z. Strong start into the defensive hold, and that's actually scared FURIA back. They're going to be walking all the way away from A.
Kesserado being a bit of a sneak.
Let's see if he can get this pick. If he can, what opens up the round again.
Not fully yet, though, Dinkup. There's still a player inside of Jaguar. And Kesserado has no idea about that.
Bomb's coming B. Still, you got 1 player in the form of Safe, still at this A site. Kesserado looking to take some control down. David wrapping him. And Kesserado not ready for that. Bomb has been spotted now as well. Yuri goes down, bomb down. And look at Safe's position. So far removed from it. 40 seconds, still enough time to get towards that bomb, but still has to move quite swiftly. Considering he has to cut through numbers of players to get there, and he'll be caught trying to transition up to the ledge.
Max is spamming away through the smoke, so even though pound for pound, weaponry-wise, the AKs are the superior weapons, but looking at where they're going to be playing, it can be the MP9's coming out on top. 3 players holding towards mid. KSerado good for 1, but a transfer, not good enough.
I love this heavy mid presence from 9Z.
Absolutely.
The numbers are just good enough to trade it out, and now it's left FURIA in a position where they just have 2 players left towards B. If they commit through, Rox was in a decent position. He has now dropped back, but Max is there with him, so these MP9s, they can work in tandem to try and shut this down. One of them plucked out a play early, and that's dropped with a double, who now draws the round back into a 2 versus 2. Look how low the remaining players of 9Z are.
Compromise known as David's slowly going to be creeping his way in. That flash should be a tell as to where safe location is. They're going to be going for the double peek, I assume, as David crouching around the corner. They know where safe is, and David is an absolute animal. 6-0. That retake should have never taken place. And 9Z, they continue to astound and surprise.
Getting into a situation like that, either Drop gets those 2 picks, but they are just looking so good right now for 9Z, and that has to be such a frustrating round for FURIA. You just need to get on the board early, and that's what happens to you. 30 seconds left. They populate the temple here, 9Z, but they can't do much about that bomb plan. FURIA still with a man advantage. Now they even spot DGT's position. He spotted the arm of Art, and he will bring him down on the swing out to the right side. So numbers once again back to a 4v4. Some utility left here for the retake attempt of 9Z, but Yuri chips in for FURIA. Safe on the follow-up, and that is enough resistance from FURIA on the site to force 9Z back into the save call.
Wraps around Donut.
It's like, surprise!
That is the most FURIA play ever. Yeah. Takes him down. And bear in mind, even though Lucan had the AWP, he had the cross covered.
Oh, he's locked me up. Oh,
that's rough.
They're using quite a bit of utility. In fact, they're just down to 1 smoke left now, Blah. Art is really trying to force the issue in this A site. He's given the chance, but he's unable to take the kill. DGT removes Art from play, and now it's an advantage doubled for 9Z in the mid-fight. Drop able to trade it out quite quickly, and Max looking to get aggressive. That bomb, look where it is. It's still towards T-spawn. FURIA have to go back and get that, and he's cut off the pathway. They can't get to the bomb. Oh, this round just, it fell apart for FURIA. It felt like everybody was on a different page. They were committing at different times. They weren't really in a spot where anything could have happened. About 9Z's prospects for the future. DGT plays in position around the smoke. He's rotated all the way back to big box today. And here come FURIA trying to boost up, but DGT spoils their party. Finally, Safe will take out the nuisance. The little gap, and look at the timing for David to get in behind the box at the site. 35 seconds remain. FURIA desperately trying to remove this player from the site. Safe can't do it. Art with the up. David with the flick up. Art has not got a good haircut now. Yuri and Art both again having slow starts to the game. David trying to get in behind B lane, asserting some sort of dominance. In fact, they chase after him. Safe goes around, the spacing's kind of off, and that allows David to reposition. Oh, David shutting down FURIA in middle. It's just 1 left. It's KSerado. This is so good. David just changing up his position so well. It always seems to be a region that just keeps pumping out some fantastic players. DGT, his time in the limelight begins. Looking with the first kill. You know, it does get traded out pretty quickly, but DGT, he's just insufferable to play against right now for FURIA.
Jesus. They're just getting killed at will, Dinko. And DGT's trying to say, like, try left the team, but he wasn't the best player. I was the best player.
That happens sometimes, right? Because when a star player takes up the role, you're forced into somewhat of an uncomfortable... Oh, Rox, okay. 3 kills just shut down. FURIA tried to go the Hail Mary play towards the B side.
Even a 9-6, a 10-5, I'm still going to be worried for FURIA. Because as you correctly pointed out, they are playing like the underdogs here.
They absolutely are, and they're setting up for the B play. KSerado finally gets the opening pick. Art traded in the spray battle. Rox is under pressure. Get your gun out! Oh, he's going to get overrun. Yuri removes him. Yuri goes down just after 1. That's the only impact he'll find in this round. Max begins to spray down. Here's the bomb being planted, but it's on the other side of the pillar. It's Lucan's turn to search for his victim. Safe is that player. And now KSerado and Drop's in a position that they might not expect. KSerado can play alongside of him. The smoke actually allows KSerado to get closer towards the site. He knows there's no one on that bomb, so this position he can find. Lucan's pushed forward. Drop holds it, and a kill for FURIA. Now doubled up, and it's just David left. Nowhere near the site. He will start his walk down the ramp, but this time is ticking. David far removed from play. At least on the way out will drop KSerado. Again, making it expensive for FURIA, but they get 4 rounds.
Much needed fourth round coming into FURIA. And again, coming down to a very, very well-played 2v2 with KSerado and Drop. Lucan and David Dual zoom bangers. Art with the Mac 10 is wasting no time. He's going to run straight out, and David's going to find him. He's looking for the second kill, though. He might get hunted down, but he's missing nothing. David can seemingly do everything. Finally, he falls, but it's a 4 versus 2. Digit spraying and spamming through the smoke. They have the sight, Dinko, but they don't have the numbers.
Yeah, 2 versus 4. 9Z have the 2-man advantage. Can FURIA dig deep enough to pull them out of this one? Safe has been caught because the flank of Max is there. And now the op of Safe stuck in the temple. He's got to pray to the gods for a round win in this one. Spots the jump, position known, they've locked him in. He'll start to use his utility, just trying to give him a fight, but they just hold, patiently wait, and their kill comes. 10 for 9Z, double figures.
Look at how close the rotation are. All 3 members.
They're all squished. They're completely trapped.
They're just going to be coming up towards Jaguar. And FURIA are like, okay, we got the sight. And next thing you know, before you even get the bomb down, they're going to be taken down here. Smokes are going to be deployed. It's all about timing here, Dinko.
And David's right behind him. Numbers. Yuri looks back. This could be an absolute massacre, or it could be recovery for FURIA. Yuri with 2, Art with a follow-up, and now suddenly it is FURIA with a 2-man advantage. It was looking so good for 9Z. But now FURIA in the driver's seat and comfortably. But all of their players are low. All of them are incredibly low. If you even land a couple of shots, look in his position, he's now alone. So as soon as his position, he's just stuck in mid. Teammates are on the other side of the map, and they're trying and split this. And Lookin has cut off Yuri, leaving just 2 players in FURIA, and those numbers are back to even odds again. And a lineup for Max to close out the half. 9Z are looking good to go all the way at ESL Challenger 48. We'll see if they can do it in this second half.
We did see Rox deploy smoke towards top of mid, making a little bit of noise, but Hit is going to be coming in towards the B bomb site.
And they're going to go right into Yuri's setup. He is meant to be the distracted player, and Yuri will still come away with 1. Safe on the reply as well, just keeps them into the 3 versus 3. Hits the headshot before going down, and a 2 versus 2. 9Z with a bomb now down on the B ramp. This is a bit of a disaster, Blah.
Still a 2v2, still a lot of time to work with. However, Art and Drop. USP's up close. The Glocks could come out on top. And look at Rox, the patience coming out of him. I love this. And Rock's going to find Art, the 1v1, but Drop will drop both of them. And that is going to be FURIA winning a much, much needed pistol round. They can just commit to stacking the site right now because 9Z are not going to be risking going for the rotation this late in the round. 26 seconds, yet another smoke being deployed. They have another smoke still there. This is going to be very rough for 9Z.
Yeah, you have to run through a smoke. You have to go. You have to run right into Drop, and he gets away with 2. Safe has missed the first shot. Still recovers. Does not miss twice. 13 seconds left. Lookin does bring down Kesserado, but they'll realize this round is done, and luckily Lookin doesn't die after time. Does get killed just on the way out, and DGT... he's just left alone in the world with an AK-47 on his back. A tentative first T round from 9Z.
All right, here we go. The buy coming in now for 9Z, 8 and 11. Again, it was 11 and 4 a while ago, and Art with that AUG, it's making it sing. Kesserado as well. Instant brain surgery with the AWP Magnum, and that is going to be a 2 versus 5 at Art. Holy hell, just running in towards T-spawn. Finally, the Madman will be put down, but the trade will still take place. 2 kills apiece for Kesserado and Art, and Rox is trapped inside a T-spawn. There's not much he can do.
All right, so we just had 2 rounds for 9Z that were down on pistols. This is the gun round. It has gone flat, and it is shut down completely. Should be a good flash to come around here unless they play contact, and in fact, they're actually going to go through the smoke. Kesserado dodges the flash. It's actually Max that gets blinded by DGT. David trades out Art, and at least that is the kill that keeps it even. Now they can get towards the site. This is the closest they've got to actually having a convincing post-plant setup. They haven't even got the bomb down yet, though. That's the problem. And Lookin is actually going to overwhelm Safe.
Right-eye peek doesn't seem to really matter. They still know where Kesserado is, right? They still know where he is, but DGT, timing is perfection. And finally, 9Z have been able to crack open one of the bomb sites, and David with a beautifully placed nade. There's nothing Yuri can do. Maybe try and inflict a little bit of damage, because the money is absolutely incredible for FURIA right now. So you can just go for these exits, aggressive exits, but in the end, he will fall once more to DGT, who will find himself on 25 frags.
Further pushed up, and he has got Kesserado taking that initial attention, but are they going to check Art? They will, and somehow Art doesn't come out with a kill. Luckily, Kesserado is good for the trade, but now here comes the attack. 9Z starting to charge it down. The players begin to try and split. That leg shot from Casterado throws it in. Is that going to be enough? It will be. One for Casterado, Yuri on for 2, and it's just Max left in the 1 versus 3. Wrapping around the backside. Drop gets the read, but Max gets the lineup. 2 down, and now just 1 left. Max versus Yuri, 13 rounds on the line for either side. He knows the bomb is down in this position, and so that Max has to come from a different approach. But because of the time Max had available, he can play the mind games. He can slow it down. Yuri has to think about all the possibilities that Max could go through, and he is starting to come around tempo. Yuri's looking the right way, and Max has done it! 3 and 13 rounds for 9Z. He is the last line of defense, though, Blair, on this A side. It's very slow to get back there if you're safe.
MP9, though.
And Art in position in Donut. Close quarters battle with the MP9. He can maybe rattle away 1, but more than that, unlikely. Art gets the first, and the spacing's not good, so yes, he can, in fact, have an opportunity for a follow-up kill. Close to it. But he's bought time, and that's the most important because now Sif is back in a position. What a shot! So quick to the body of DGT. Is now David into the clutch. 6 seconds, goes to the commit for the plant. There's no other option. David has to win a 1 versus 3. Can 9Z have 2 miracle clutches in a row? David has the chances. The 1v1s are there. Casterado quick on the trigger, and FURIA will equalize on the board. Casterado drops out of Temple, now looks towards Donut. Drop has removed that thorn in their side of David, and now they realize they've got to go. They've got to try and eliminate Casterado, and they will. He's down, but Safe has now arrived to the party. And if the first op can't get it done, you better believe Safe will. He's back in, around these smokes. Looking has gone into the Temple with a bomb in his back. FURIA making this so uncomfortable for 9Z, and Safe will catch out Looking. It is Max, a 1 versus 3 clutch needed for him once more. He's got the bomb. He'll put it down. And now into the clutch versus 2. Drop and Yuri coming in from CT and Temple. Max, he had a shot. He had a shot to turn it into the 1v1. They push throughout onto A main. They're in the site at the moment.
No utility.
And Casterado's held back, and yeah, that's a massive problem right now. What do they do? How do you get onto the site? How do you feel comfortable about this? And the answer is you don't. Looking and DGT left in a very, very difficult position here. A 2 versus 5 up against FURIA when the majority of play is still on full health.
DGT. Oh, okay. All right. That's the way to get back into this. Lucan. All right. Able to find 2, but before he gets up to any further shenanigans, Nuke coming up in the next couple of minutes, but still, you can never count them out. The buy, as you pointed out, is not great. It's a Mac 10, but here comes the fast play, just pushing in towards the B bomb site, and Drop is gonna find 1 and the second.
Well, Drop takes down David and Rocks. And it's looking rough now for 9Z as they are getting toyed with. This buy had everything into it. That smoke's up, and that's not gonna make that molly work at all. Safe is holding down the ramp. Just 1 player left. Looking in with 2. Nearly a third, but cannot do it. It is FURIA who will stay alive. Their grand final dream still lives on. 9Z get to experience how hard it is to put away a top team.
Yeah, I mean...
DGT, the absolute beast. The animal, the Terminator throughout this one. Trying to get it started with a pistol kill, but FURIA are going back up the ramp already. Looking just holding down from health. Yuri will fall. An advantage siding here already with 9Z. Can they hold on to it? In fact, can they extend upon it? Max gets caught and damaged up, but no kills yet for FURIA.
Strange round. The bomb is making its way back down. Lucan catching safely. That's important. If he's able to somehow stay alive, this could be massive. He needs to win this duel. Has time for the reload. They know exactly where the final 2 players are. 1 remains, and Lucan with a massive, massive 3K. And a flashbang for his team, but it's going to be a fast hit coming out here all the way to
DGT
with the FAMAS. He's still going to stick around, Dinkle, and that's I'm not too sure about that. Finds 1, but he gives up ramp control.
He was to his position late. What else could he do, really? So at least he gets away with 1. Max trades it out as well, so down to the 3v3. Looking has already made this early rotation down to the window room at B. Oh, this is going to be an explosive retake attempt, but Art might just take out one of those players first. He will. Quick trade from Lucan. At this point, 9Z have got to go, and you got to deal with Casterado up in these rafters as well. It's not an easy position to force out. As the time takes on, 9Z's chances begin to dwindle away. Lucan goes for the 1v1 fight, and will go down. Casterado removes him. 1 round for FURIA.
And that took so much time. In the end, yeah, they ran out of time. They had to just go in for the play. And speaking of going for the play, it is going to be FURIA. Art leading the charge, spots a player up top.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of a wild spray, but he will find David. They still know there's a player behind, and it is going to be Rox with the FAMAS, able to find one. Lucan chipping in one of his own. 3v3, but Yuri comes charging out the Ferrari peak, and DGT is no more.
Max and Lucan now have to look to the 2 versus 3 retake. And it is FURIA who now tie up the scoreline.
Armor to speak of, so aim punch will be a bit of a problem here. 3 players upstairs, but DGT with an AK picked up. That's the bomb drop. Now, they still have a lot of time to work with, but DGT alone, the timing is atrocious. And Serrato, the savior for FURIA. Now, there was a bit of a danger there, Dinko, but it has swiftly been swept aside by Serrato.
His teammates have actually thrown a smoke that has a gap on this left side, so Max is going to try and play with it. He's going to try and wrap around, and Yuri's caught for free, and Art has slipped the net. Ships in the night as they cross each other through the smoke, but Art will trade that. He'll trade that kill for position. But now he really has to make it work because you've lost 2 players, you've sacrificed your teammate, and you need to get into heaven. If Art gets behind them, they will have no idea how this was even possible.
Oh my god.
Art, the mad genius, he's not going to see him!
Doesn't matter!
He's in heaven though. He had a chance for an easy free kill, but he's going to kill the Hut player, and now his position's so strong, he's going to look for the follow-up in the site. Flash goes down. Safe has killed his teammate. Art finds another one, and it's Dave down. Okay. And now Art is looking in the clutch alone. He's 1 versus 3. He has to drop down. That sound cue made in the time. Art can't die after it. He has to run away. 2 players on the upper site, though, and that is David, who will be tasked with holding it from CT vent. Molly's going to force him away, and in fact, they go down the vent. Safe is the player with the bomb on his back, and Max, he spots out the bomb. He does damage to Safe, but he can't bring him down. He can't bring down the sniper. But that bomb has to get to the site eventually. Blind, they're backing into Serrato. Looking, removes him, helps out his teammate, but the time, 20 seconds, there's a gap in the smoke, and that's an easy kill for Lucan. And Yuri, he's removed as well. 4 kills for Lucan, and that's why you get a big green in his hands.
Maybe, I think they really wanted to go for that upper play, but then they realized we have so much control. What are these shots from Lucan? Saving his teammate as well there. And the final flick, just beautiful stuff coming out. Especially confidence of Lucan. Oh, brave. Nice shot to save. He sees 2. He sees 2 and hunting him down. His teammates are around though. And Lucan, he is, I won't say he's panicking because he's hitting everything. It looks like panic. It's not. It's a movement of a god. Waiting for 9Z to maybe go for a play, but for 9Z, the 4 versus 2, there's no need for them to get over eager or try and find any information. Just hold on to these sites and set up a crossfires. Even have a player towards Ram. And Rox looking at it the worst time possible. Art's just teasing him while his teammates come on out, but Rox is very well aware of what the play is going to be, and he is going to find a kill, but not before it gets taken down. DGT just peers around the corner. Timing doesn't work out for Lucan, and suddenly, somehow, it's a 2v2.
Quick run-in mentality. You have to wait on your teammate to get into position. So this gives FURIA some time to get into a better position, but if they cross over into Lucan's scope, this is a 1v1, and that's an easy kill for Lucan, and now suddenly it is just Art left alone. A 1 versus 2 for the leader of FURIA. He goes in towards the hut. This position could isolate it into a 1v1 if the spacing's off, and it's the first headshot. Now just 1 for Art. He's running out of ammo, but he's got it! Art clutches it out for FURIA as they tie up 6-6. DGT holds position. Is he going to select the right angle to hold? Is he going to get caught by the timing? I think he might do. Bly finally turns back. It's the first headshot and Safe, and he actually has the cover to play for more. At least it buys a little bit of time, and that kill turns it into the 2v2.
Oh, he's not going to wait. Just the door's open. It's his jaw. And Yuri spotting him out. And Drop just trying to find a second player. They have no idea where he's coming from. And it's, of course, Lucan with the AWP, while Rox is just baiting out a shot.
Yuri.
But Yuri is aware. He's no fool. He's not going to fall for it. He's going to find Lucan. And Rox now left alone in the 1 versus 2. Is he going to...
No way.
No way.
Not like this.
No way.
Oh, he's sticking it. Oh! Pros don't back. That is ridiculous. 9Z steal it away.
no.
FURIA. Oh, the pain.
Holding the backlines towards the lobby, and 90 are feeling antsy. 20 seconds.
DGT, the play that's been absolutely fantastic for 9Z. Can he hold the site? First is in for him. Second is good as well. And it is looking done here for FURIA. This time, not good enough. DGT has shut down the play single-handedly, and FURIA are not able to bounce back immediately. They have to be careful they don't die after the time here. That would be an absolute disaster.
Utility being used, nothing, and no one went towards Decon as well. DGT had no business just shutting that down single-handedly. So yeah, FURIA getting maybe a little too paranoid there, but doesn't really matter as we're going to be having a little bit of an early skirmish breaking out towards the upper side. Two players slowly making the way down towards vents. I think Max spotted a couple of angles there. But right now 3v3 as Max is going to be falling down towards Secret to bolster the defense. DGT catches Art on the cross. He's looking for more, and DGT is a beast who has been unleashed to drop left alone 1v3 to deny 9Z the 9th round.
If he can pull off a clutch like this, he could certainly show why. Max holds a good angle. Drop begins to clear it. Takes initial damage, and Max gets away. Now the numbers know where he is, and it's 9-6 at the half. 9Z are giving us a real game. We'll see if Yuri's Jewel Berettas can get any action. You love to see Yuri's always picking up the Jewelies.
If Moses is watching right now, he's excited, and there we go. The Dualies finds one, almost gets a second kill, but he will be hunted down. David with the 1 and the 2, and looking for more. Is he safe? Getting gushed in the face, and KSerado waiting. Look at David just hunting down safe. Nowhere can he hide, and KSerado though still lying in wait.
Yeah, KSerado coming back up the vent. A little bit of a quiet first half from his own performance, but CT side he can really light up. If he gets a start in the pistol, certainly can be a factor, but his pistol poked through the vent, but it doesn't even matter. KSerado's still in with a kill, and now it's suddenly DGT. 1 versus 2, looking for the clutch. What a fantastic player he has been throughout this competition. To get them 10 rounds, he goes for the pistol, and now he draws them back. They force him further back into hut, and Drop is sticking it. He's got a kit in his back. That is it, stolen away. Pistol will go to FURIA. DGT needed to fight him, but unfortunately couldn't quite get it done, and nearly finds the follow-up on the way out.
They're going to be feeling mighty confident. Full rifles for FURIA, meaning the utility is extremely sparse, Dinko. Only the one smoke which is going to be utilized as DGT is able to find one, but simultaneously Art is going to find two with that AUG, just tapping, bursting, spraying away through the smoke, and finding 2 souls to claim.
Art still has a bit of a specialty with the AUG, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pushes through the smoke, finds another pick. David just getting spammed down, and Art is hunting him. He's thrown away his gun. He's found an AK in the midst of it. And of course, he wins that duel.
Highlight clip every single time you have a hit coming in. Find one, drop back down. But this, he's going to go for the full commit. Are they going to be expecting this angle is the question, and he is going to find David. The second peek comes out. The spacing was good, but the timing was off. And Drop, he's still holding the angle. He still doesn't even need any backup. And finally, Lucan will find him. But Drop has done the damage, Dinko. 4 versus 2.
AK-47 is going into play, and FURIA will go to 10 rounds. They take the lead, and the first team on our last map to reach double figures. Well, Drop, though, is going to try and keep them at bay. You're just moving around. I love how Drop Safe is in the vent. Safe is in the vent with the AWP, and he's able to come away with a kill. Max down. 2 kills now. 9Z, if they found it difficult on their T sides at the beginning of the round, try and deal with a 2-man deficit. Unless you make the sprint down to B, if Lucan gets this kill, maybe there's enough time to get down into the site. If David can get across safely, he's going to charge down.
They can plant.
He can get onto the site. Rox has been taken out of play, so those the numbers down again, and David down. That's not enough time anymore. Lucan left in a 1v4, and they might just kill him after the time. Just before the time, Yuri commits to the kill. And yeah, this is starting to get real scary now for 9Z.
When they slow things down, it was FURIA had the advantage. Here we go to safe. He's going to be holding the angle. Finds Rox. Molotov as well to prevent the potential trade from taking place. Yuri up close and personal. He's going to go running ahead. KSerado save. Yuri will continue to push on ahead further. I'm not too sure why he went for that one. And that's going to allow 9Z to neutralize the man advantage and Drop with the flag.
Here we go.
This is God tier. Both of them pushing in.
This could be just an absolute shutdown, but oh no! Well, they expect the second player. There's 2 there, though. Play, and they will. They turn around and find him as well. That looked dead to rights, and now it's on the safe for the clutch. David's giving him a chance here.
Protecting KSerado, they could have fallen back. And that 3 plays on the upper bomb site, right? And for Drop, the timing, nice shot there. But in the end, not to be.
Yeah, they won't be able to slow down the pace if it is good from 9Z. If the spacing is good, this executor is going to be difficult to deal with for FURIA. Swings out. KSerado forced out of his position. Art, oh, such a good position. Art comes away with 2, and he has stifled the attack of 9Z completely. They were just charging through the doorway, but Art now has the bomb.
DGT, who has been the hero for the side of 9Z, has a lot of work to do. They won't be checking the angle, and this is such an incredibly solid crossfire. Safe, he's not going to miss those. Yuri's going to strike. He doesn't even go for the full commit. A little bit of geometry with the nade, a little too short of where he was, but... Oh, Safe misses a shot. There's a chance. There's a chance, but Lucan will be put down. They're out of time. They're out of luck, and DGT is out of there. Get that 16 and just close out regulation if they can, but they still need to first win 4 in a row to tie things up, and it's looking grim. And all honesty, dropped a brilliant shot onto rocks.
Oh, drop another one.
Just no chance to trade. He is so solid towards round,
and he's so confident. Once Casterado gets checked, Yuri is so ready to swing out and just catch them. That Molly trying to pull Casterado into the open, into the fight. He's burning. He will go down without a fight. And so Yuri at the back of the site has much more pressure. He's down as well. And somehow 3 kills in quick succession for 9Z. Art begins to come up the vent. That nade thrown by Yuri at the end actually brings the numbers back down into the 2v2. But yes, time certainly a factor here for 9Z. Drop at Heaven has rotated back from his initial ramp position. Art still in the vent, covering off that fallback plan for 9Z, so it is a commit to the A side. Drop realizes if he can get the chance here to shut down the bomb plant, things could just be a nightmare. He doesn't deny, but he gets both. Drop shuts it down with a 4K. It's 15 for Furia. One more round, and they're in the grand final.
Casterado.
David needs to be careful. Casterado with the first kill of play. Yuri with the follow-up. Furia into a 2-man advantage. Looking, diving down, realizing numbers are needed here for 9Z. They've got to plug the hole.
They have to plug it immediately here. DGT. Casterado, are they going to be expecting him to be holding the same angle despite being tagged down to 22 HP? Finally, he drops on down. Yuri playing a very, very brave position there. They need to find something, and something will be found. DGT immediately dispatches of Yuri, and Max joining the fray as well. They're looking to open up the site. Still need to take care of Casterado, who's very, very low, but somehow seemingly impervious to the bullets. Finally, he falls to the no-scope from Lucan, but Art's going to find DGT. 3v2.
Oh, Safe, he's had multiple chances, but he's missing the shots, and now he can't miss. Shot up to the left side, and Drop will close it. 16-11. Furia are our first grand finalists here at ESL Challenger 48. They take down the tenacious 9Z. What a run from the South American underdogs, but it has come to a close at the hands of the Brazilians.